Bite my tongue? Never. See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYC podcast, and I'm just discovering the world around me.
Kaisha, I love you.
I feel like God is telling you to keep going.
You quit on yourself, you really down bad.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are all enjoying this exclusive interview with Barri B. Before we jump into the next part, I want to let those of you who have stumbled upon this video that there are previous parts to this interview, so please feel free to check those out. But in this next section, we are tapping into Barri's main focuses, his passions for creativity, and the time he almost gave up on his music due to the lack of love in his environment. So stay tuned and drop a heart in the comments if you rocking with us. And with that being said, let's get into it.
Cause for real, like before I met you, I was looking for the R&B scene and everything, cause like nobody really like makes it like how they used to when I was growing up, or like even early like the 90s era or anything. I don't really get that. So it's like when you was playing your music for me, I was like, yeah, I'ma listen. Because this is what I was looking for. Like it was real cool. And I like how like you put your all into your music for real. Like I'm not really into rap. I'm not really into the mumble rap and the always the grading part of the music industry. I just feel like sometimes, yeah, you listen to it, you get hype, and then you sit back and think about it, you like, dang, they really talking about us like we dogs or something. Like we really not really nothing for real. So I really do appreciate you like making music like that for like people like me, because I like when I listen to your music, I feel like you talking to me. Yeah.
That's the thing with me, because it's like I focus more on my audience, and like 84 point, I think 3% is so I have to cater to my audience, you know. At the same time as being a creative, I have to make sure that my audience is taken care of through the ears. Like I gotta make sure that like I can't make, you know, other people's audience is different from my audience. My audience, I know who my audience is. I'm very big with keeping up, and I'm a big person of like the people that's rocking with me. I want to keep vibes for them. I don't want to just continue to just jump off into another space and leave them hanging. Like I feel like they get a vibe, they keep that vibe, they do what they do, and then they jump off into another space. So it's like, yeah. So like I make my music where like I want everybody to be able to feel it, to be able to say, wow, like either oh, he's speaking to me, or if it's the fella, he like, yo, I'm speaking to my girl, like I could play this for my girl. They call me like the R&B Curry, because like I be assisting, you know what I'm saying? I be off of work.
Hey, but for real though, like for real, if nobody told you, I'm letting you know, keep doing what you're doing for real. But like I know in our personal journeys, like we all been there from time to time, but has there ever been a moment where you just like, I don't want to do this anymore? Have you ever had that?
That's what Love At was really me. Like I was about to be like done with like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was times where like artists that I was working with that have dropped music, and you know, I look at a lot of music that I work with, like I really put my all into it, like compared to you know, I can't say compared to because I don't know, but I would just say I put my all into it. And sometimes I would get the short end of the stick. I wouldn't get credit, or it wasn't even just about the credit. It was just when the song was dropped, I didn't feel like I was a part of that journey. Like I didn't hours and mix that record, or I didn't sit there and make sure that reverb or make sure that emotion, that sound, or me saying, yo, do that again, because like we need a better take. I need you to feel it. Like those are certain things that I feel like a lot of people they're not in the studio, so they don't see. And it was just getting to the point where it was like, wow, what am I doing this for? I'm first of all, I'm broke. Everybody going out of town, they doing vacations, they got new shoes, new clothes, everybody balling out. And like for me, it's like, dang, I'm still hanging on to the vision of just that ecosystem of where everybody can just thrive. And we can just really show the industry and show the world that like we can create in any place that we want. What better of a place like Valdosta, in a house, you know what I'm saying, and create. So it's kind of like, yeah. So Love At was kind of like, when I said I was done at the end, like part of that did feel like I was saying I was done with like that, you know what I'm saying, like done with all of that extra. But I can't really say I'll be done with music, because I feel like I do this for me. I don't do this for nobody else. Like if nobody don't support, if I got the same 30 people 5 years later, like that's cool. I don't really care about that. Like I make music for me. I make music because it's therapeutic for me. It's how I can be able to get certain things off of my chest, off of my mental. And it's a creative experience, you know. So regardless of, all of that, I could say Love At was like the closest, because I was very, very mad. Like I was like,
I seen your post, sir.
You said what happened?
I seen your post on Instagram. I was like, I know he playing. Barri.
Because like it came to a point where it was like, yo, like I felt like sometimes that like people be misconstruing like what I do this for. I do this for unity. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this for self-promotion. If I want to do self-promotion, I would just fully just think of myself, and how I would move would be completely different than how I've been moving this time and how I'm moving now. Like it would be completely different. So the Love At was just like, man, like where the love at? Like where is it at? But at the same time, Love At, just like all these songs on my album, they are in layers. So that's the surface level you can think of Love At. But Love At came from deeper than that. Love At, with a love at, with a family. But while my family can't come together and spend time, enjoy each other, and we can put this little stuff that, stops a lot of families in our communities from being around each other. We forget that it's, life is short. So with a running around outside throwing a football or playing basketball with your family and letting all the drama go, you know what I'm saying? That's another part. And then the other part is where the love at, Barri? Like where the love at for the Most High? Like sometimes I get too worried, and I get too worried about everything else, and I be forgetting to give the glory to the guy that put me here and put all of us in this position. So it's like where the love at? So it's love, like it in relationship. You know what I'm saying? The love. So it's like I was talking about a lot, but I combined it where it was like it was just a masterpiece. And it was like, yo, no need to move back. No need to move back. Move back. No need to move back. Like that's, you feel that. Like, yo, no need to move back. Like keep going forward. I'm moving forward. You know what I'm saying? If I'm moving forward, you moving forward, that's good. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, that was probably the closest time recently that I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna stop. And then my family, like some of my family was just like, you're not making no money off of it, so why you doing it? And
oh
it
my God. I hate, now I don't even want to interrupt you, but I gotta put this in there. So many people don't understand that when we, as content creators, like sometimes it's not about the money. Because I've been doing this for 2 years. I don't get paid. It's been times where people be like, so if I come on your show, am I gonna get paid? And I'm like, yo, I don't even get paid. I do this because I see a bigger purpose. You know what I mean? So if my words, because so many people always tell me, they're like, you just seem like like you get it. And I'm like, I feel like I do. And I want to share that with people. So I'm like, it doesn't matter if, like you say, you're saying 30 people. I don't care how many people, if I can make a person smile or make them feel like they're not alone for real, because it's so many times when we just like, dang, I feel like I'm by myself. I'm in this space where I can't get out. If I could be that person for you to even just feel connected to, I'm gonna do it. Because that's just how I am. Because if I was doing it for money, I would have been stopped.
like people, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I love my family. Don't get me wrong. Like, they just give it to me the raw and uncut. Like, my mother, she's a realist. Like, she always give it to me straight. She don't never sugarcoat nothing. She's never sugarcoated all my life, and it was just more of like, what you doing it for? You're struggling. What you doing this for? Like, you're struggling. Like, you gotta live. Like, my mom, I remember her telling me, like, son, you gotta live. You gotta live. And I was just like, Mom, I understand that, but like, I'm in this gauntlet. Like, I'm battling, and I gotta battle. I gotta battle. Like, when that time come, and I get out of that gauntlet, yes, I'm living, but I gotta be in that place where a lot of people are afraid to go. A lot of people are afraid to step out on that faith, and it's like, yeah. So, but yeah, that's love at. That's where,
Yeah.
But yeah, like I when it comes down to giving up and quitting, that's why I surround myself around people that I know that are creatives that I can, if I'm down, they'll pick me up. They'll be like, yo, Barri, shake, hey, Barri, play your song you just made. And that's like, oh, okay, cool. All right. Like, and that's one thing I also got to do more. I told myself I'm going to do more of, is just get back into my real confident me. Like, I feel like I humbled myself too low, and I let a lot of people that I was working with kind of, make me feel like, just because I'm an engineer, what I'm saying, I be very humble, but it's like, yo, I could pop mine too, so.
And can.
It's like, I told myself with the new year, like, I'm going to make sure I pop more and let them feel me on the opposite side, that other layer that they have. It's like, yo, it's a lot more that people don't know of me, and it's like, that's cool. If you listen to my music, you'll be able to understand me a little bit more, especially like somebody like you that have heard Lil Barri, and then you hear in layers, and you like, whoa, okay, he's feeding. He's feeding. So it's like, yeah. So
hey, I'm waiting. I'm A1 since day one. You feel me? So hey, if you ain't got nobody, you got me, man. The last question for this section is, if you could add any musical power to your portfolio, what would you have the ability to do?
Musical power?
Yeah, I thought about this. One last minute.
Like instruments, like playing instruments and
anything
like
musical, because I don't know all of what you could do. You know what I mean? So, like,
I feel like the thing that I am working on is getting more into get back into my piano, and being able to play. But I think it's just probably piano and guitar, like really be cold.
Yeah.
With piano. I feel like it's a lot of rhythms, and I'm getting back into that groove, especially being around a lot of producers, and I'm getting back into my groove of getting back into my production. So I think that's probably me, is like getting into, if it was anything I would get powers, it would probably be like guitar and piano, like be cold, like, like just off, like, yeah, I can see it. That's in my journey, but yeah, that would probably be mine.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Cause I can't do that. Well, I probably could if I tried, but I wasn't in a.
And you gotta put that time in. It's gonna be rough, but you gotta put that time in, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing with like my photography and everything. Like, I see people, and I want to create stuff, like memories that people can, like tangible memories. You know what I mean? Because like a picture is so priceless. Like, it can go through generations and generations, and I don't know. I want to be a part of that, So, like you said, I got a different power, but
All right, guys. So we have come to the end of part 4 of 5 of this extended exclusive interview with Barri B. I will be dropping part 5 very soon, so make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified when that is coming up, and we will be getting into his upcoming project in layers. So that's something that you don't want to miss. You most definitely want to stream it when it comes out. And that's all we have for today. So as you all know, I am Taisha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue.